Hi guys, we're in Rick's kitchen today and I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. This is really yummy. Everybody at my house likes it. So right now I got my black beans in there. I soaked them overnight. I'm going to cook them for about 15 minutes, shut it off, and then I'll restart it back up in about half an hour or so. That makes them they'll cook way faster. You'll save propane. Now I've already got my garlic in there. I got peppercorns in there, I got ginger in there, and I also put some curry powder in there. Now, the meat, I cooked the ground meat, browned it real good. You don't have to do that first, but I do it first because I want the fat for this pan. And what I'm doing with my mushrooms, I put the fat from the hamburger in there, and I'm not cooking these to where they're caramelized, what they call that. I'm just basically trying to dry them out, take the sweetness out of these onions. I do it with them. I put lots of powdered pepper in there that I ground up, and that's what's happening right there. So I'm going to make sure these are good and dried out, and then they'll go over here until we're ready to put them in the pot. Now, I've got a lot more ingredients to come that's going to go in there, which I'll show you, but as of now I'm going to be out while the cooking process continues. See you guys. Okay guys, back to Rick's kitchen. One of the other ingredients I put in right there, I threw in a tablespoon and a half of the chia seeds. Hi baby, say hi. And when I use soy sauce, I use the Kikkoman. I put in about a half a cup of Kikkoman in there. My wife gets mad at me for buying Kikkoman, but it's the one that tastes best to me, so I buy it. The other thing I put in there, I put in a couple tablespoons of the coarse salt. This one, very coarse, because it's hot, and we're going to be getting a lot of sweating going on, so we want to make sure we replace those electrolytes. Now, I got the rice cooking now. I cooked the rice separate. That's just meat. That's the meat and the onions and the mushrooms. That won't go in till it's just about ready. I always cook the rice first, and then I'll just take half of that, throw it right inside the pot there. And I got my little buddy always helps me with the cooking. Yeah, in a little bit. Okay, so that's that for now. I'll come back again in a little bit when I get some more. Okay, bye. Guys, this is the last one on the bean soup. I just bring it back up to a boil. I threw the rice in already. All the ingredients are in there. Oh, and by the way, it was not 2 tablespoons. Sorry about that, about the coarse salt. It was 2 of these spoons heaping. So I actually measured it out, and even the heaping one, it's not even a teaspoon. So about a teaspoon and a half of the real coarse salt. I'm liberal with the salt because of all the sweating here. But I took a little taste of this when I was putting the rice in, and it is absolutely fantastic. It's just unbelievable. The little trick is when you're doing your onions, you can caramelize your onions. That's for different types of dishes. But whenever you're doing the mushrooms and the onions, I put them in there with heavy pepper, and I'm basically drying them. I'm drying those out to get rid of the sweetness out of the onion, and then I get them completely dry. I'm not trying to caramelize them. I get them real dry, and then when you throw them in that sauce and all that liquid there, what happens is it releases its flavor out into the food, because it's a dried food. So that's a little trick I learned from cooking. Caramelized are one thing, and then also with these chia seeds, this is like a superfood. It even says it right there in the back. I like to throw them in. I throw those in a lot of my dishes, any kind of soups or anything. And it's thickening up a little bit. I just cut the fire off. It's going to get ready to go on the table. I got to get me a ladle ready to go, and we're going to eat. So that's just a little thing from Rick's Kitchen. Hope you like that and try it. Try this stuff. I'm telling you, it's really good. If I would have had beer, I usually put a little bit of beer in there. And if I had wine, sometimes I even pour wine in there. My sister used to have a sign that says, "I love cooking with wine." Sometimes I even put it in the food. All right, Rick Shaw out.